Betsy DeVos is a right-wing evangelical billionaire who decided that, rather than retiring and going to one of her many mansions or private islands, she decided that she wanted to get involved in politics. So the way that she got involved in politics is she bribed President Donald Trump with money, and she got him to nominate her for the position of Education Secretary. She then bribed people in Congress and contributed to their campaigns so that way they would vote to confirm her as the Education Secretary. So she literally bought her job as the Education Secretary. She is the Education Secretary as a result of corruption. Now, if that wasn't bad enough, she's a dangerous figure because she's been a longtime advocate against public schools. So she is now, as Education Secretary, in charge of a sector of our society that she's against. And she got the job as a result of corruption. So obviously, she is receiving a lot of backlash. And here's a video that you are going to enjoy.
She does not represent anything that they stand for.
Keep giving money to senators and buying your way to the position. You should be so proud of yourself. Go back. Shame! 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 Shame!
I like to consider myself a really sympathetic person, but I have zero sympathy for you here. Did you not expect this? I mean, you spent millions and millions lobbying the federal government to move towards charter schools and to abandon public schools. You want to privatize public education. Did you not expect that as Education Secretary, you would be a divisive figure? So I'm sorry. Spare me. Nobody feels bad for you, Betsy. Nobody. You reap what you sow. You're the one who wanted this position, and you didn't think that, buying this position and bribing politicians to give you this position would be a problem. Ridiculous. Now, she decided to bemoan the criticism that she's receiving and said that, my critics, they want to make my life a living hell. She said, we've seen enough written that they want to make my life a living hell. They also don't know what stock I come from. I will not be deterred from my mission in helping kids in this country. Now, when she says helping kids, she's talking about helping well-off kids and helping the elites because she wants to privatize public schooling. Do you think that's honestly going to help kids? And this is what she said. I expect there will be more public charter schools. I expect there will be more private schools. I expect there will be more virtual schools. I expect there will be more schools of any kind that haven't been invented yet. Again, she's in charge of public schooling. She's against public education. So when she talks about how activists want to make her life a living hell, she has it completely backwards. She's trying to make our lives a living hell, and we're trying to stop her from doing that because if you take away public schooling as an option, if you privatize public education, the consequences of this, I can't even imagine. It would be a catastrophe. And look, if you think that your first week as Education Secretary has been difficult, you haven't seen anything yet because grassroots activists will work to undermine and oppose you at every turn. Now, it's not just the grassroots activists that are against Betsy DeVos' harmful agenda, it's teachers. US Uncut explains, after visiting Jefferson Academy, where she was initially chased out by protesters, DeVos commented to right-wing blog Town Hall that the faculty there seemed to be in receive mode. They're waiting to be told what they have to do, and that's not going to bring success to an individual child, DeVos said. You have to have teachers who are empowered to facilitate great teaching. Jefferson Academy's teachers did not agree with DeVos' analysis of their teaching methods, and neither did other public school officials in Washington, D.C. community. The school's official Twitter account shot down DeVos' allegations in a devastating 11-tweet thread that defended their faculty as top-of-the-line educators. They stated, JA teachers are not in a receive mode unless you mean we receive students at a second grade level and move them to an 8th grade level. So this is what Betsy's trying to do. She is trying to communicate to the public that, she's visiting all of these public schools and they're failing. They seem like they don't know what to do. We have no teachers who are pushing for innovation. So once she gets you to think that public schools are failing, then she's going to get in and try to push for charter schools and private schools so that way her rich friends can make money off of it. So in the end, Betsy DeVos has a very harmful agenda, but we will be vigilant and we will watch everything that you do, Betsy, because you will not get away with trying to privatize our public schools so that way your rich friends can make money off of us. Bullshit, it's not going to happen.
Support this podcast by joining the independent progressive media revolution today at humanistreport.com.